Every year, every single year, we hear the same thing, that Apple is doomed, they've cut production of their devices, and they're not selling well. And every year, it's bullshit.
Get daily tech news in a way that doesn't suck. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Front Page Tech. Of course, show that gives you all latest tech news. From one geek that is me to another that is you. Happy Friday. We hope that you have a great weekend. Speaking of the weekend, tomorrow, Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are live streaming our podcast, Recycle Bin. It is back. But as we mentioned in yesterday's episode, it has a new home, a brand new channel, the Recycle Bin channel. The link for that is down in the description below. Thanks to everyone that subscribed yesterday. But yeah, if you want to make sure that you see the live stream, but also don't miss the episode when we post it, make sure to subscribe to that channel or you won't know that it exists. Because YouTube algorithm. Okay. All right, so story numero uno for the day is about Google Photos, specifically Google Photos for iOS, and they just kicked Apple's dick in the dirt. So the brand new update for Photos on iOS brings a very key feature. It now allows iPhone users to be able to edit the background blur or bokeh and focus of the portrait mode images that were taken on that phone. So the feature that is only available on the new iPhones, where you're able to actually adjust the background blur of images, is coming to all iPhones that have portrait mode enabled, just by way of Google Photos, and it's free. So this instantly makes one of the selling points for the new iPhones. If you have an older iPhone and you're like thinking about upgrading, this instantly takes one of those selling points away, because now you can just do it for free. God damn, this was super great timing, a great added feature straight from Google to iPhone users. Super smooth, Google. In fact, we have actual footage, actual live footage of Tim Cook at this very moment. Okay, so we all hate pre-roll ads, yes? Question, what is worse than a pre-roll ad? Double pre-roll ads. So if you're watching a long YouTube video, specifically one longer than 10 minutes, which, by the way, I need to clarify something real quick. I always see a lot of fuckers in our comment section when our episodes are longer than 10 minutes that are like, you had to just make it longer, didn't you? You had to make it 10 minutes to make more money. That's not how it fucking works, buddy pal. That's not how it works. If a video is longer than 10 minutes, you don't just automatically make more money because 10 minutes, because math amount of time, you idiot. The way it works on the back end is we as creators have the option, if our video is longer than 10 minutes, to go ahead and add a mid-roll ad in the middle of the video. That is our option. So if you see an episode that is longer than 10 minutes and you didn't see a mid-roll ad in there, what does that fucking tell you? You genius. Anyway, back to the story. As I was saying, for those videos specifically, videos that are longer than 10 minutes and a mid-roll ad can be placed in the middle, there's a chance that it won't show in the middle and instead be shoved right at the front of the video. Sorry, I coughed on nothing. I don't know what that was. It'll be placed at the front of the video, so the ads will be doubled up. So there's a chance that you'll receive 2 pre-roll ads before your video. The good news is that both pre-roll ads have the ability to be skipped for the most part. Well, gee willikers, what a great way to just ruin the viewer's experience. Listen, YouTube, at least give viewers the option, right? Like, I get it. If some viewers are like, yes, I want to opt into this, I would like to see both ads up front so I don't get interrupted in the middle of the video, that is okay. But for the most part, you shove 2 pre-roll ads in there, there's less chance that the person will actually follow through and watch the video or the whole video. Like, don't ruin the viewer's experience. Like, I'm all about ads. I love making money from these videos, but like, I'd much rather the viewers have a better experience. Okay, now let's talk about Apple. And just a warning, if you're one of those people that is just so insanely passionate about hating Apple and you just want to see them fail, like you have so much emotional investment in just wanting Apple to fail and you hate them, do me a favor, do us all a favor and take your own dick out of your own asshole and just hear me out. Can we do that for a second? Or are you like not capable about that and you're just gonna scream, "I sheep!" in the comments because you can't fucking be independent? There have been a ton of articles plastered all over the interwebs as of late about poor sales for the iPhone XS and XS Max, and also the iPhone XR. You know, the typical, they cut production because of weak demand. They're doomed. The sales are so bad. Even YouTube videos about how poor the sales are. Everything is terrible. Apple sucks. They're doomed. Oh my God. And a lot of people have been asking us why we aren't addressing this. John, why aren't you talking about this? Are you afraid? Are you wrong? And people just don't pay attention. We literally just made a video about the iPhone XR sales being poor or being a flop. And yesterday we talked about the iPhone XS and XS Max. But listen, there is a reason that I'm taking the approach that I am now this year. Because last year, I was wrong. I hopped on all of these bandwagons about Apple failing, the iPhone X failing, the iPhone X being dead. I was that guy. I was wrong. And I know you're like, John will never admit he was wrong. I was wrong for months. Back to back to back to back about the iPhone X, about Apple is doomed, all that junk. I was such a little fuckhead believing all these little reports, and they ended up making me look like an idiot. I was wrong. Everyone with those reports was wrong. So I'm taking the angle at this point, trying to tell you that, hey, this happens every year. This is no different. And let's not be idiots about it. Allow me to refresh your memory, if I may. Almost nobody wants the iPhone X. Disappointing sales see Apple cutting iPhone X production in half. Apple's uncertain future after misjudged iPhone X failure. Is Apple about to cancel the iPhone X? Poor sales mean device faces end of life. Shrinking demand forces Apple to slow down iPhone X production. Why is anyone surprised by poor iPhone 8 sales? We always do. We do this every single year, and I have been part of it. I have been part of this stupid, venomous cycle every single year. Being Apple is doomed, the iPhone sucks, it's not performing well, it's not selling well. I was there, children. I'm trying to warn you not to fall for the bullshit. Again, we do this every single year. And it's early. The iPhone XS and XS Max, went on sale like 3 months ago? iPhone XR 2 months ago? And everyone's already jumping on my balls like, you said it was going to be a crazy seller. You said it was going to outsell every other phone. And here it is. It's flopping. It's failing. You're wrong, John. I told you so. No, bitch. I said the phones have to be out for a year. 12 months. You don't just... This is not a new toaster. People don't just go out and buy the new toaster because it came out. Apple is releasing phones when people have an upgrade or it's time for them to buy a phone and it's convenient to them. That's when they buy a phone. Not everyone's going to run out. Not everyone is subscribed to this YouTube channel is going to go out and buy a phone the second it's available. Whew. And we're talking years. This has been going on for years. Here is an interview with Jim Cramer where he explains how people lie, how publications lie, specifically about Apple in this case, to manipulate the stock market. Here you go.
Another stock that a lot of people are focused on right now seems to be Apple.
Yeah, Apple's very important to spread the rumor that that both Verizon and AT&T have decided they don't like the phone.
Right.
That's a very easy one to do because it's also you want to spread the rumor that it's not going to be ready for Macworld. And this is very easy because the people who write about Apple want that story. And you can claim that it's credible because you spoke to someone at Apple, because Apple isn't and it doesn't.
Right, they're not going to comment. They're not going to say.
So it's really an ideal short, and I think that's a very effective way to keep a stock down.
Right.
And these are all what's really going on under the market that you don't see.
Right, and nobody else talks about.
Right,
Except
but
you.
What's important when you're in that hedge fund mode is to not do anything remotely truthful. Because the truth is so against your view
right.
that it's important to create a new truth to develop a fiction. Now, look, over maybe 2 weeks from now, the buyers will come to their senses and realize that everything that they heard was a lie. I think it's important for people to recognize that the way that the market really works is to have that nexus of hit the brokerage houses with a series of orders that can push it down, then leak it to the press, and then you have a kind of a vicious cycle down.
Right.
And it's a pretty good game.
Now, first of all, that should be illegal. Second of all, somebody lies, a publication lies, says that they spoke to Apple or an Apple analyst that gave them inside information. Production is slowed down. It's not performing as well as it was supposed to. They put out the story, one report, and then every news publication that needs clicks, us included, starts reporting on it, and that's how this shit spreads. If you look at these reports, a lot of them will just stem right back to one single report of somebody saying they spoke to Apple, or in most cases, an Apple analyst, of course. All to manipulate the stock prices. It's nuts. It's insanity, and it shouldn't be legal. So let's pay attention. Let's keep reading the reports There's no reason to take complete credibility away from them, but we have to take them with a major grain of salt, knowing that we know the history of things where a lot of this stuff is just total made up bullshit garbage. And like I said, it is still too early on in this. And if you think I'm just making this up to defend Apple or what, I wish Apple paid me. I wish they did, but they don't. The only thing I care about is my own credibility and what I tell you guys on the show. I say that all the time. So it's worked every single year, and guess what? It's working again this year. Just look at this article from BGR about how Apple is no longer the biggest company in the world by market cap. It talks about how just a few months ago, Apple stock was really great. And now, flash forward to today, and Apple shares are seemingly in free fall. Amidst reports that iPhone XR sales are falling below expectations, not to mention Apple's decision to no longer report iPhone unit sales, investors have been hitting Apple stock pretty hard as of late. So here we are again, just like every single year around this time, around holiday season, we have reports of poor sales. It's not doing good. Apple is doomed. It's all bad. And then the stock goes down. Happens every single year. And this year it is no different. So now I have a question for you. How many years do we have to see the same bullshit before we realize and admit that it is in fact bullshit? Because it took me years to get to this point. So, to all of you article publisher people, blog people, you keep doing that. Keep jumping on this story. Keep jumping on the bandwagon. All you YouTubers who are all Apple's doomed, the sales are bad, it's in the toilet, everyone can have fun. Have fun. You do that. I'm not playing that game this year. I did it for years. I'm done. I'm not looking like an idiot this time. And that's the show. Hopefully you liked it. You learned something. If you did, hit that like button. If you hate my stupid face, hit the dislike button. There's going to be a lot of you. And subscribe if you're new here. See you guys tomorrow.